As some say, life is a race. However, some people took this to heart and literally lived a life full of races. Well, we can't fault them for that. It's a kind of life and career that is fun and fulfilling for them. Not to mention the people at the top of that specific sport competing across the globe and breaking world records. Well, that sounds fun. Fast, faster, fastest. Track and field athletes have those words to live by. When you're fast, strive to be faster. When you're faster, aim to be the fastest. Although it may sound easy, it's anything but that. Records are hard to break. Even breaking personal records is challenging for some. And there are even records that have lasted for years, and for some, decades. Today, however, many sports enthusiasts believe that a number of track and field world records will be broken this year. By whom? Let's find out. Number 1. Yolimar Rojas. Yolimar Rojas is a Venezuelan Olympic triple jump champion who was not able to compete in the long jump at the World Championships last year because her qualifying leap was done in unapproved shoes. Talk about rotten luck. But this year, all the eyes are set on the first Venezuelan to be named Female Athlete of the Year, as many are expecting Rojas, including herself, to break her own world record. What a plot twist, right? Rojas now holds the triple jump world record after a leap of 15.74 meters. But what she wants to achieve this year is to break her own record by jumping farther than 16 meters. It's as if she's competing against herself. In case you didn't know, Rojas is a one-time Olympic champion, three-time world champion, one-time Olympic Games silver medalist, and two-time Diamond League final winner. Because of this, many see her as a synonym for success. Some even go as far as to say that she was a never-seen-before athlete, a woman who was born to succeed and reach the top of the world of sports. After receiving the Female Athlete of the Year, an award co-signed by World Athletics, and an award that no other Venezuelan athlete had achieved, Yolimar is over the moon. She was so pleasantly surprised that she could not believe what just happened. "I have no words. It's just a joy. I'm so happy," she said. "I couldn't believe it. I did not expect this. I saw my future self among the candidates for what we had done in the year, but I did not expect to be the winner." Well, that's how it usually works, doesn't it? Even though we knew we did our best, it still surprises us when we're recognized for it. And what an honor it is to be given an award that is recognized by people all over the globe. The World Athletics Award gives me a lot of motivation, a lot of strength for me to keep on track with my career, said Rojas. Dreams do come true, and this was really a dream to be the best athlete in the world and becoming part of the Book of World Legends. It makes me so happy. And speaking of dreams, let's all keep an eye on her to see if she will achieve her dream to break her own record this year. Speaking of breaking one's own record, here comes another one. Number 2. Elliot Kipchoge. Never be complacent seems to be most athletes' mantras. They do not stop at breaking a world record. They want to break their own record that broke the world record. That too is the case with Elliot Kipchoge, who set a world record of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds in the 2022 Berlin Marathon. However, he has the goal to go even faster and set a mark of under 2 hours. Well, I, for one, can't continuously run for a full half hour, so I'm amazed how he and other marathoners do this and still aim to be faster. Well, Elliot Kipchoge, a Kenyan distance runner, is widely considered the world's greatest marathoner. Between 2014 and 2019, he won all 10 marathons he entered. In fact, Kipchoge is a 2-time Olympic champion, 1-time world champion, 1-time Olympic Games silver medalist, and 1-time World Championship silver medalist. This year, he's breaking his own world record for the marathon of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds this year in Boston's marathon on April 17th. Note that although some may argue how Kipchoge ran 26.2 miles in the time of 1 hour, 59 minutes, 40 seconds on a special course in Vienna, Austria, it did not count as an official marathon world record because standard competition rules for pacing and fluids were not followed. Also, it wasn't considered an open race. That said, his official world working is a little over 2 minutes instead of under. Still, this proves that he can and probably will be able to achieve his goal of finishing a course in under 2 hours. I think the only course I can finish in under 2 hours is a 6-course meal. If you think that's where Kipchoge's goal stops, well, you're wrong. Besides breaking his world record this year, Kipchoge has another goal: to win his 3rd Olympic marathon gold at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Note that Elliot became only the 3rd man in history to win back-to-back Olympic titles when he won at the 2020 Olympic Games with yet another utterly dominant performance. If he achieves his goal of getting a 3rd Olympic marathon gold, he will be the very first in history to do that. Well, Elliot Kipchoge is yet another athlete reaching for the stars, or gold, this year. It's amazing how these athletes have been collecting gold medals and other awards as if they're collecting little trinkets from each place, state, or country that they've visited. But of course, these two aren't the only ones who have the hunger for more success. Number 3. Meet Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, an almost legendary name in the 400-meter hurdles competition. McLaughlin-Levrone is a 2-time Olympic champion, 3-time world champion, 1-time world championship silver medalist, and 1-time world youth champion. However, to some, this isn't really much of a surprise, as she has the genes of athlete parents, which is why many believe that she too was perhaps born to be an athlete. Like, literally. Listen to this. Her dad, Willie, was a semi-finalist in the 400-meter at the 1984 Olympic trials, while her mom was also a runner, and her brother got silver in the 400-meter hurdles at the 2016 IAAF World U20 Championships. This family surely loves to run, but Sydney has outrun them all, pun intended, when she earned an Olympic gold medal and the 400-meter hurdle world record.
I think the only limit is myself.
Voted the World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year in 2022, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone broke her own world record in the 400-meter hurdles event to win gold at the 2022 World Championships in Oregon in the time of 50.68 seconds. When it comes to racing, the record hurdler has a simple approach. For me, it's kind of just focusing on myself and making sure I'm doing everything possible to be successful. However, she admitted that she wasn't always so committed to winning, and that her dad had to resort to bribing her with chocolate bars just so she would run. Now that's more like it. I'd only run as fast as I could if I knew there was a chocolatey treat at the end of the course. It's nice to know that these driven athletes still emulate more human emotions, like laziness perhaps, or at the very least lack of motivation. Still, we can't deny that athletes like Sydney are at a different level entirely. In fact, McLaughlin's race was billed as the one to watch in build-up to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, where she emerged triumphant. She did not only win the gold, but also broke the elusive 52-second barrier with an astonishing time of 51.46. "I'm absolutely delighted," the newly crowned champion said. "What a great race. I'm just grateful to be out here celebrating that extraordinary race and representing my country." Who wouldn't, right? I think I'd be bawling my eyes out if I were her. However, news of the 400-meter hurdle world record holder jumping ships, so to speak, has been circulating the web these days. Although Sydney wants to continue pushing the limits of the event after breaking the 400-meter hurdle world record an incredible 4 times, she's also eyeing forays into the 400-meter flat and 100-meter hurdles. Whether or not Sydney decides to switch competitions, people believe that Dutch track and field athlete Femke Bol possesses a threat to her world record. Click here to see why Femke Bol is a strong competitor to Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. For now, what we know for sure is that the 400-meter hurdles event is something we can look forward to this year. Do you know what else we should look forward to this year? The pole vault competition. Number 4. Mondo Duplantis. Mondo Duplantis has begun the 2023 season with his own world record already within his sights. The World Athletics Male Athlete of the Year won gold at the 2022 World Championships with a history-making leap of 6.21 meters, which is a mark he is determined to beat in 2023, as any self-respecting athlete would. Armand Mondo Duplantis is a 1-time Olympic champion, 1-time world champion, 2-time Diamond League final winner, and 1-time World Championship silver medalist. Like Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, Duplantis has the genes of athletic parents, with an American pole vaulter father and Swedish long jumper mother, although Duplantis opted to compete internationally for his mother's home country and has been collecting various accolades throughout the years. In fact, the All-Star Père 2023 event in Clermont-Ferrand, France in February, Duplantis broke the men's pole vault world record for a 6th time by clearing 6.22 meters. That said, Duplantis has now raised the world record from Frenchman Renaud Laviene's 6.16 meters in 2014 to 6.22 meters, 20 feet and nearly 5 inches, upping it by 1 centimeter at each of his 6 record-breaking meets. He broke the record at said event on his 3rd and final attempt at the height without touching the bar. Lavienne watched it trackside, sprinted to Duplantis, and was the first person to embrace him, bowling over him. What an amazing sight that is. You have to remember that Duplantis first broke Lavienne's record in 2020. The fact that they openly show their respect and support for each other is heartwarming. "I wanted to do it for Renaud," said Duplantis, who looked at Lavienne as a role model growing up. "This is really special. I think both the gold and the friendship are very special." With various awards and gold under his belt or around his neck, the question is, how high can Duplantis go from here?